Okay, come on in. Today we are going to be talking with author Kate Banco. Oh, sorry, you guys. I am trying to pin this on here. There it is. There she is. Oh, there she is joining us. Okay. We're going to get started with this I just pinned one of Kate's books down there, Bear Island Camp. She is getting ready to join us. We will. Oh, there she is. Hi, good morning.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I can only see the top half of your
Oh,
face, though.
okay. Let me see how I can arrange.
Okay. For those that don't know, WE Bookstore here, we support indie authors, as well as authors who have worked with hybrid publishers or authors who have worked with small press. You know, I really have a heart for the indie and the small community. And so it just makes sense for me to work with folks that belong to that community in this way. And so Kate, it happens to be one of those. And I believe it's four of your books
Yes.
from your series available here at WE Bookstore. And so let's go ahead, if you don't mind, for those who don't know you, if you don't mind introducing yourself and just telling us a little bit about you.
Let me see if I can get all the way in the picture.
Oh.
My name is Kate Banco. I live in Oregon. I grew up in upstate New York and moved out here about 30 years ago and went to school. I started writing when I retired, and I retired after 23 years of teaching middle school and high school. And that's where I got the idea about writing the books, because
Mhm.
I worked with ESL students, and many of them had crossed the border from Mexico into the United States. So I heard all of their stories.
Wow, interesting. And see, that's something that I was going to say because I know many authors they desire to write a book and have it translated into another language. So I know that you've done that with one of your stories. Are you fluent in Spanish or a different language?
Semi-fluent. My
Okay.
my husband's from Spain, and I lived there for 4 years. I do speak Spanish, and I taught Spanish also. So I'm not totally fluent, but I did live there for 4 years.
Nice. So did you translate your book yourself or did you get some help with that one?
My husband translated it. He's
Okay, nice.
also a Spanish teacher, but he also was a native speaker, so much easier for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, well, that's wonderful. So share with us a little bit about your journey as an author. When did you get started and how has it been so far?
Well, I did start writing while I was still working, but really didn't have time. And then when I retired twice. First in classroom teaching, and then I also worked online after that. So once I was working online, I started writing and writing down the stories from some of the kids that had told me their stories. It's all fiction, what I write, but a lot of it is based on stories that they told me.
Hmm.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the best, get my face as I keep disappearing. There we go.
There you go.
And that's basically, I just started writing the first book, and that's about Sarah as she crosses the border, and then her adventures continue on in the other two books.
Nice. Okay. Nice. And so can you give us maybe a sneak peek, something to encourage us to want to read your book?
You mean like read a passage
Yeah,
or?
sure, if you have one.
Oh, okay, I can do that.
Okay.
Let me find a good one here.
Nice. Well, she's doing that. I am going to ask for some grace. I am hanging out in my she shed, which is also my garage. And so
Uh-huh.
just in case any of my neighbors walk past me, which I see one of them getting out of their car. So I don't mean to be rude, just where I'm at, it's people like to chit chat.
Okay, here's part of it. There's a tragedy early on in the book, and
Mm.
Sarah has to stay with her aunt in San Felipe in Mexico in Baja. But now her aunt is asking her to do something she doesn't want to do. So here is the aunt speaking. I have coffee and warm tortillas for you. Come and eat. I don't want to argue anymore. It's our last day together. I don't want to be angry with you. Tia Elena turns and leaves the room. I can't believe I need to be the strong one. Why won't anyone listen to me? A horn honks and I grab my backpack. I have no other ideas. I have to leave San Felipe. Tears roll down my cheeks for the second time today. I don't bother to wipe the tears away. As I walk through the kitchen door, I see Juan seated at the table, drinking coffee and eating fresh tortillas and eggs. So that's just one of the scenes in her aunt's kitchen the day she has to leave Baja and cross the border into the United States. She,
Wow.
she doesn't really want to go, but she feels like she's obligated to go to help her aunt out.
Mm-hmm. Wow, interesting. So, what have been some of the reactions that you've gotten from readers about your series?
Um, well, one reaction was a friend said she'd like to see it in a TV series. She said she could imagine it being a series on Hulu. Other people said, they never really knew about trafficking and the lives of people crossing the border.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people really enjoyed it. It was written as a young adult novel, but I've had a lot of adults read it and really enjoy it.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And I can't help but to think about, the situation that's going on even now today with what's going on at our border. Not to get political, but do you have any thoughts that or opinion that you would like to share just about that's going on?
Well, the trafficking is real. It's happening all around us. I live in Oregon, and there's a corridor right from Mexico that comes up the I-5 corridor, and young girls and boys are being trafficked all the time, and people don't realize it. It's really happening out there. So it was just for a little bit of awareness of what's really happening. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the terrible situation. Right after this book came out, there was a big sting operation, and they did stop one of the groups, but
Wow.
we know it's still going on.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen so many movies and
Yeah.
videos and all types of stuff, books now, and it's just like, how can we get in front of this issue? It's going on behind the scenes,
Mhm.
and it's really unfortunate that, people are coming over here looking for freedom, but yet they come over here and get taken advantage of and, end up in really unfortunate situations. Yeah,
It's not the immigrants, it's happening to Americans as well.
yeah.
They're up. So I think we just have to be aware, and when we see someone in a situation that looks strange, that we should question it.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, instead of minding our business, because I
Right.
know some people will say, "Oh, I'm just gonna mind my business or whatever," and it's
Mhm.
like, "Oh, maybe if you would have spoke up or said something or drawn attention, maybe you could have saved somebody's life or something." Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Wow. So, do you have any tips? Let's say that someone's in that situation and they see something that doesn't look right. Do you have any tips for maybe what would be a couple next steps to do to?
Well, I think whenever we see children that we think are in trouble, we should question it. Well,
Mm,
call the authorities or walk up to the child and, ask if they're okay. Um, I think so many situations, there have been instances where they could have gotten away and people just weren't aware. So I
yeah.
think aware, especially when traveling.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What would be something to look for?
I think maybe an overprotective adult, or a child who looks like they don't fit with that adult, or that they're afraid,
Mm,
or dress differently. Maybe they don't have the right clothes, or they're not in the right situation.
mm.
An airline stewardess recently noticed a young girl traveling with a man, and she was being trafficked, and she started asking questions, and the girl got away
Oh
just
wow.
for asking questions.
Yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. See? Wow. That's amazing. And to think, I know we're talking about, human trafficking and things, but that's would you say that's a overall theme that we see throughout your series?
And family. Uh,
Okay.
there's a big theme of family in this book, and strong, independent women.
Mm,
But
mm,
mostly, it's the awareness of the trafficking and the awareness of the immigrant experience,
mm.
uh, and how difficult it is for them day to day for the
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's amazing. Are you working on anything else? What can we expect from you in the next year or so?
I do have two stories posted on Kindle Vela.
Oh,
That's on program where you post episodes like TV shows. I'm working on those. I also have an anthology, not an anthology. I'm part of an anthology coming out in January. The title is, I believe, now I forgot it. Um, well, the title of my story is Unexpected Love, but the
mm,
title of the anthology is One and Only, I think. It's
oh,
stories about people who have met their one and only.
oh,
So
nice.
that will be coming out in January.
Okay.
And
Nice.
that's women's contemporary type of uh, story.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Okay. Wow. Well, thank you so much. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't see the pin down there, maybe you're catching this on the replay. We do have one of her books there posted. Visit WE Bookstore online and grab her series. Oh, there goes one right there. Fish
Fish
Camp.
Camp, um, Forensics Camp.
Okay. Yep.
The last one is Bear Island Camp. And if the
Yeah.
story is troubling for you, the last one is a happily ever after. So the
Oh,
story
cool.
does end up happy.
Okay. Okay.
There's a
See?
lot of happy themes in there, but it does end up happy.
That's good. So, well, let me back up before we sign off because I just thought, how did you set out to write a series, or what was that process like?
No, I set out to write one book
Hmm.
and found that the first book is a little bit of a cliffhanger. So then I had to write the second book. And then while I was writing the second book, I realized there needed to be a happily ever after at the end. So that's the third.
Okay.
And it
Nice.
does turn out kind of happy in the end.
Okay. 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 Well, there you have it, you all. Get her book again. wbookstoreonline.com. Check her out at her author page. Click the link there, or check out the caption for more details. But that's it for me. Do you have anything else that you would like to share?
Nope, that's it. Thank you for the interview.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon. Thank
Okay,
you all. Again.
bye.
Bye.